Are you looking to build your sneaker collection and have it looking something like this or this? Well, you're in the right place, because in today's video, we're gonna be talking about the beginner's guide on how to start your own sneaker collection. Let's get into it. Welcome back to the channel. What's up with you guys? How you doing? How you been? If you did not know by now, my name is DJ and this is the DNA Show. Now, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell notification for every time I upload a new video. And make sure you hit that like button, because that helps the algorithm oh so much. Okay, first things first, I want to put this disclaimer out there right now. When I tell you, this is the most important note that I think you should take, and that is simply buy what you like. When you are new to the sneaker game, there are a lot of different ways that you can be influenced by different sneakers, the culture, and the type of people that collect different shoes around the sneaker game. Not every sneaker collector is the same, and I completely understand that. I'm not telling you exactly what to do, but all I'm saying is I hope that you buy what you like, and that way you're satisfied with the money that you're spending, because 9 times out of 10, most of the people that are watching this video right now are new sneakerheads, and they are young. No disrespect to you being young or anything like that. All I'm saying is I remember back in the day when I was your age and how I was easily influenced by other people around me, big homies, other people on YouTube, whatever it may be that can cause you to buy the sneakers that you buy. You can easily fall into the trap of buying sneakers just to look cool or fit in, and they're not even sneakers that you actually like. And all I'm saying is, if you like shoes that everybody else doesn't like, that's completely fine, because at the end of the day, you're the one that has to spend your hard-earned money on the sneakers that you want for your collection. So another big thing that I want you to focus on is knowing what you are buying. And what exactly does that mean? You got to have an understanding behind the game. I wouldn't say just go out and just buy anything, right? I think a lot of people jump into the shoe game and don't have a full understanding on even knowing what the shoes are that they're buying. I'm not saying you need to be the sneaker expert and know all the models and all the colors. I feel like over time that is something that you slowly adapt over the years, but don't expect to be the best, most knowledgeable sneakerhead. I'm still learning things to this day, and I've been collecting for almost 15 years now. All I'm saying is have an understanding of what you're purchasing, so that way, say somebody walks down the street and they see you with the shoes on your feet and they're like, yo, those are some dope Flint 7s, and you're like, wait, what? You got to have an understanding on what shoe you're actually rocking. You know what I'm saying? I personally think that there is a very rich history when it comes to sneakers, dating way back to the 80s, 90s especially, and there are definitely a lot of shoes that are coming out today that people thought are the first time they've ever came out, and they're actually re-retros from multiple times and different occasions, anniversaries, you name it, and that's what causes shoes to be so dope over the years. Prime example, we have the Air Max 1 right here. This came out 30 years ago, and now we're seeing different colors and iterations with special collaborations, causing this shoe to be more limited because of the color, and people love this style, and next thing you know, it's coveted and worth a lot of money. But when you don't know the history behind the original version and the original colorway, it's hard to understand and grasp why is this shoe worth even so much in the first place. And another example, this is actually the retro version of the OG, and this came out in 2017 and has been retroed plenty of times over the years. So one big way to do some research and just having a better understanding is simply going to Google and searching up different sneakers that you may have seen, finally found the name of the shoe, and then just start digging down, because there is a huge wormhole. Every single sneaker has a crazy story behind it. There's a lot of nostalgia and memories for a lot of different sneakerheads and collaborations, and you name it. There are a bunch of things that happen for each and every shoe, and as to why they are what they are and all those different factors. So the best thing I can say again is just check out the blogs, and once you open that Pandora's box, you're probably never gonna want to stop collecting. Next thing you want to figure out is how and where you can buy the shoe. Now there's a bunch of different things to think about on this aspect as well, because you have sneakers that came out in the past, you have sneakers that are coming out in the future, and you might have a pair of shoes that's coming out this week. When it comes to sneakers that came out in the past, they could be maybe 7, 10, 15, even 20 years old. Some shoes are even older than 20 years old that people want to get in their collection. And when it comes to stuff like that, you're gonna have to look at local consignment shops, online shops, and I'm telling you right now, there's probably a high % chance you're not gonna be able to find the shoe for retail if it's something that's highly coveted, which is a whole nother level to the game when we talk about reselling and the market value and everything like that, which we cover plenty more of that in the Hobby to Hustle program. If you're interested, I'll have the link for you down below in the description. So when it comes to trying to purchase new sneakers that haven't came out yet, that are planning to come out in the future, maybe this year or next year, that's when you're gonna look at blog sites, Twitter posts, IG posts, different things like that. Stay tapped in with your friends. And again, we cover plenty more of that in the Hobby to Hustle program as well. One of the biggest questions that a lot of people ask me is,
where do I get shoes for retail?
I have a couple videos linked for you guys down below in the description as well that explains more about where to buy specific sneakers for retail, and one that everybody knows of, and I'm not sure if everybody knows, but I know a lot of people know of, is the Nike Sneakers app. That's a place that everybody goes to. Some people love it, some people hate it. I'll let you be the judge of that one. But at the end of the day, that is definitely a great retail source that you can buy sneakers from and get all the new latest and greatest drops if you're able to hit. What I've noticed over the years is a lot of sneakerheads that are getting into the game typically don't have the money to actually afford the lifestyle, and sometimes they only got $100 to work with. But I'm telling you right now, I started with that same $100 just like you when I was 15 years old. So don't ever let that discourage you when it comes to the funds and everything like that and come up with excuses. How about think outside the box and start coming up with creative ideas in ways that you can make additional money on the side, so that way you can actually afford the sneakers that you really want to purchase. For me, back in the summertime when I was in high school, I was always hustling, cutting grass, you name it, cleaning up, shoveling people's snow in the wintertime, whatever I could do to make some extra money, because I knew my money was gonna go to either my shoes or my car. And over the past 15 years, I have learned a lot of different ways to turn your hobbies into hustles, and that's what kind of brought me the new program of the Hobby to Hustle. So if you haven't checked that out, make sure you guys go check that out. That has a full in-depth 8-week process of showing you how to start, how to get into it, how to make money, how to grow your collection, how to turn it into a full-time business, how to make over $100,000 a year. There are a bunch of different ways on showing you how to invest in the sneakers, build your network, a bunch of different things. It also has private access where you can communicate with me or other members in the group as well. We have had some great people in the group already that have turned this side hustle into now a full-time gig, and they're making good money, flipping kicks and enjoying themselves along the way, growing their collections and paying all their bills. So if you're interested in joining the Hobby to Hustle group, make sure you check out the link down below in the description. That will get you set up and send you over information on how to get signed up and everything like that. But for now, let's take it to the next topic. Another very important note is be patient. I'm telling you right now, when you go out and rush to buy a pair of shoes and you saved up all your money and you did all these things and you say a shoe's $500-$600, right? And you found a pair for $550 and you're like,
Oh, that's a great sweet spot. I'm gonna buy it right now. I'm pulling the trigger. The shoe just came out. It's worth $550. I'm buying them.
I get it. But what happens? We talk about trends and everything like that. Sometimes the sneaker goes down in value. You buy the shoe for $550. That was all the money that you had, and you could have been patient, and then now you could have got it for like $300 or something like that. So all I'm saying is, as you learn more about the game and you want to buy a shoe immediately, think, wait for a second, step back, and say, is this even a good deal? Can I find it in better places for a better deal that are still authentic and all these other things? And then from there, once you evaluate and then you make your decision, it makes it a lot easier for you to feel more comfortable with purchasing a sneaker at a price and not having regrets on a bunch of shoes in your collection, knowing that, hey, I got this shoe for a really good deal and I'm happy for the price that I got it for. And I'm telling you right now, there have been plenty of shoes in my collection that I have waited for 10 plus years to finally get in my collection. Sometimes it takes me a year, sometimes it takes me 2 months, sometimes it takes me 4 years. At the end of the day, I have to be patient to get the shoe at the price that I want to get it at. Otherwise, I'm gonna just be paying way too much for every single shoe, and then it's just not gonna be feasible for me to be able to collect all these sneakers. Another thing that I really want you to make sure that you take notes with is, do not compare yourself to others. You don't know what everybody's situation is, how they get their money, what they do with their money, how they get their shoes, what their connections are, if somebody else is paying for it, if they're faking it to make it, any of those situations, you don't know. So don't make your judgments on people and don't worry about what they're doing and cause you to feel insecure about your collection because you don't have a certain amount of shoes or this type of shoe that came out or whatever it may be. Trust me when I tell you this right now, shoes are gonna continue to come out year after year, month after month, week after week, and there are going to be thousands of shoes that cross your face over the years that you may love and may not love and all these other things. But I'm telling you right now, don't compare your collection to anybody else. Don't compare anything to anybody else, because then you're not going to be happy with the things that you have that you actually worked hard for. Take pride in it. If you only have 2 pairs of shoes, great. I'm excited because you are excited about sneakers. If you have 2,000 pairs of shoes, great. I'm excited because you're excited about sneakers. Please don't let that get to you, because I know a lot of young sneakerheads, they look up to other sneakerheads that have been doing it for a really long time, and they forget it took years to build these collections. It took a lot of money to do these things. People had to sacrifice certain things. There's a lot of factors that go into it. So again, just don't compare yourself to other people. Stay in your lane, do what you need to do, afford what you can afford, and don't worry about keeping up with the Joneses. There's a lot of shoes that come out. I'm telling you right now, a lot of shoes that come out, and when that happens, that's a lot of money that you have to spend. If you really wanted to cop every single release and you know you couldn't afford it, but you're just trying to keep up, it doesn't make sense. do what's sustainable and affordable for your lifestyle so it makes sense and help you in the long run. So this was definitely a very fundamental, basic how to start your sneaker collection guide, and I hope that you guys were able to get a lot of value from this. And again, don't forget to ask all these questions: who, what, where, when, and why. Once you answer all those questions, it makes it a lot easier for you to understand where you're getting your shoes from, who you're buying them from, what is it the shoe that you want, and why do you even want the shoe. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you are more advanced as a sneakerhead, that is completely fine. This was more of a beginner's guide for the people that are just getting into the game. And please share this video with your friends that may be just getting interested into starting into collecting shoes and everything like that. And that's another thing. Don't knock people that are just starting to collect shoes. We always have these OG heads, or the people that have been in it for 4 or 5 years and think they're so prestigious and all these things. That doesn't make you better than a new sneakerhead that's coming into the game. Embrace the new sneakerhead, teach them the way, guide them, allow them to understand, hey, there is a dope culture behind this, and we can create good friendships and a community behind all of this as well. Not always about all the bad things and why the new sneakerheads suck and everything like that. Teach them the history, teach them the nostalgia. That's the only way we can create a better environment for all of us sneakerheads. If we got new people coming into the game and all they're learning is the bad things, then what's gonna happen? We're gonna be more mad because everybody's doing more bad things. But if we teach the new people how to do it the right way, or I guess what we consider the right way, now we can all be more happy in the same space and everybody enjoy sneakers together and not be so shiesty against one another. So that's my 2 cents. I could go on for hours about this topic. I love sneakers. I hope you guys do. If you're new to the game, enjoy it. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'll make sure that I'll teach you guys plenty more stuff. And don't forget to check out the Hobby to Hustle course. Got a little promo right here after you guys explain a little bit more about it. So I'll see you guys in another one. All right, y'all, I'm out. Yo, if you enjoyed this video and you want to make extra money or grow your shoe collection, I want to give you a free video with my 3 tips that were the most powerful that will help you grow your sneaker collection and make an additional $1,000 to $10,000 a month. All you need to do to get this free video is click on the first link in the description or the comment that's pinned in the comment section. That'll take you to a page where you can enter your email address, and I'll make sure that I send you a video right away. And if you enjoyed this video, again, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. My name is DJ. I'm signing out. I got to go. I'm gone. Peace.